In today's video, I am throwing it back to the last 2 years of fall decorating. I've been changing up my decor style every single year, doing lots of easy DIYs and giving you guys lots of decorating inspiration. You can make it as vibrant or as simple as needed. Whether that be creating a fall floral garland along your mantle or keeping it simple with a few fall vases, these 2 videos are full of ideas. Not to mention a little porch cleaning and decorating as well. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 3 and I love seasonal decorating. Each year I try to think outside the box, and this year is no different. In fact, this is just a sneak peek of what this year's video is to come. After watching these videos and you enjoyed or got any ideas out of the content, then I would love for you to subscribe if you're not already. But let's go ahead and jump into these past videos.
Forever. You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend, and call me anytime when you're out of time. And you, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through.
Hey y'all, so let's start from the beginning. I have some cleaning up in the areas that I will be decorating, so mainly in the kitchen area and also in the living room. I'm kind of walking you through and showing you some of the befores of the spaces that I plan to decorate for the fall. So I am really excited about this video. I love decorating. So in the real world, I am really early to decorate for fall, and in the YouTube world, I'm actually late decorating for fall. But before I get started into anything, I just wanted to share that this is a collaboration with my friend Julianne Nicole. Julianne is just the sweetest thing, and she also has a beautiful home and is a mom of 3. A few weeks ago, I asked you guys to comment down below some of your other favorite cleaning channels, and some of you mentioned Julianne. So if you haven't already been to her channel, then I know that you will love her. I'm excited because Julianne has just released her Clean and Fall Decorate Part 2. So once you're done with this video, make sure you hop over to her channel and check out her new video. Make sure that you leave her a comment below on her video, letting her know where you're from and that I sent you over. I think I could watch fall clean and decorate videos for an entire month and it still wouldn't be enough. Let me know your absolute favorite type of video in the comments below. One thing that I have been working on the girls with is picking up their own messes. So that is Savannah, my 2-year-old daughter, and she is bringing me upstairs, and both of my girls wanted to let me know that they picked up their playroom. So they were so excited, and for once I don't have to clean the playroom.
Don't you need it too?
If you are here from Julianne's channel or just new to my channel in general, then welcome. I am really glad to have you here. If you are a current subscriber, whether you're a new subscriber or you've been here for a long time, welcome back. We have a great community here. I absolutely love all of you guys. You guys are so supportive to me as well as everyone else. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 2 who you just saw my daughters, Sailor, who is 3.5, and Savannah, who just turned 2. I do cleaning and organizing videos, but my absolute main goal in all of my videos is to not just motivate you, but inspire you to be a better person and just do the things that you love and that inspire you. I would really love for you to subscribe and be a part of this positive and uplifting community.
Glowing in the dark, I feel it in my heart. You're glowing in the dark, glowing in the dark, yeah, you're glowing in the
I took a poll in my community tab and I asked y'all's opinion on clean and decorate videos. The question I asked was, how much cleaning versus decorating do you prefer in a clean and decorate video? The options were either mostly decorating with a little bit of cleaning, 50-50 cleaning and decorating, or majority cleaning with small decorating, or I don't care, I will watch all clean and decorate videos. The majority of you guys said 50-50. You want all of the cleaning motivation along with the decorating. So I basically started from the beginning. I am being sure to include all of the cleaning motivation the first part of this video, and then once I get everything cleaned up, then I can start discovering what type of decorations I have, what I need to get. I did purchase a lot more this year, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later. And the last few minutes of this video will be a peaceful home tour just to show how everything turned out. So here, after I turned on the garbage disposal, I heard something in there. So I was digging in there and there was the cap of a water bottle. I always get scared putting my hand down the garbage disposal, even if it is off. If y'all have ever found anything crazy in your garbage disposal, then leave me your story down below.
dark, yeah, you're glowing in run away. You say you wanna do. You wanna go back, wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, wanna stay there. You wanna stay there, we can leave the pain behind. Stay, stay, stay. Like a wrecking ball, we can break them all to a higher ground. We will not be found. We can win the game. We can go insane like a shooting star.
I'm using the Jaws granite cleaner. You guys actually recommended these products to me, and this one is my favorite cleaner. I think I just really love the scent. It's a cucumber basil. It's a lighter scent, but it kind of just makes the whole house smell really nice.
Hey, we could be okay, but I dream that we can fly. You wanna go back, wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, wanna stay there. You wanna stay there, we can leave the pain behind. Stay.
We had a few people over the night before, so when you saw like all those dishes in the sink and everything on the counters, I was so antsy to start decorating. I put on my festive Hey Pumpkin shirt that I hadn't worn in a year, and I underestimated the amount of time it was going to take me to clean up the kitchen, the living room, and the floors. It takes me 2 days to finish decorating. I started off by saying I'm just going to like tidy up the kitchen area a little bit, and then I will, get everything down and we'll be able to decorate. And then every time I went to something else, I'm like, oh, that needs to be clean. Like the stove. I wasn't planning on cleaning the stove or anything. I'm like, oh no, this is really bad. So then it just ended up taking a little bit longer.
Don't you wanna break the chain? Like a wrecking ball, we can break them all to a higher ground. We will not be found. We can win the game. We can go insane like a shooting star. Like a wrecking ball, we can break them all to a higher ground. We will not be found. We can win the game. We can go insane like a shooting star. Don't you like a wrecking ball? We can break them all to a higher ground. We will not be found. We can win the game. We can go insane like a shooting star. Don't you wanna stay? I wanna tell you that I think you're looking just fine. I wanna tell you that I want you by my side. The way you move your body, the way I feel inside. I wanna take you for a ride. Wanna be with you. Do you want me to?
So kind of a cool accomplishment for me is that this month I hit my 1-year YouTube anniversary. I am really excited that I made it this far and that I had all of y'all's support along the way. What is kind of extra special is that my very, very first cleaning video was a fall clean and decorate with me. So that video I posted last year in October, which is really late in the YouTube world. And it was so terrifying. My decorations, I guess, weren't that good. I feel like I sounded a little bit like a robot. I know I'm probably judging myself harder just because it's myself, but to be able to be here 1 year later creating, it's a different video, but the same topic, and having grown so much and just being able to continue help and support all of you guys is so gratifying. So I just want to say over the last year, thank you so much. People whom I know laughed and rolled their eyes at me when I first started, but wow, what an impact this has made. The part of your brain that controls your feelings and emotion is different from the part of your brain that controls your logic. This is why your gut feeling and your mind doesn't always agree. Ultimately, you know the right decision regardless of what anyone else thinks. Even though my mind told me I was crazy, my gut feeling and my heart just knew that I could make a bigger impact than on myself. So I know that change can be difficult, but if you're doing it for the greater good, then always trust your gut.
I don't know if I can make it when I walk alone. Can somebody come and save me? I just wanna know. I wanna know if I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red lights. I don't know if I can make it when I walk alone. I'm not gonna lose myself. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight. Not gonna lose myself. And I wanna know, yeah, I wanna know. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red lights. I could just stay the same or be winning the game. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight.
I came straight through the dirt and my sleeves pulled up, my head held high. No shirt, no shoes, but a beating heart, and I made sure that my tongue was tied. Try to shut up and just put up with all the lies they told. Guess this is what it's like when you grow up. I'm feeling old. Some say it's normal when you get formal. It comes with age, what a mistake. Cause when I was a kid I dreamt of something greater, like standing on a stage and hearing all those people shout my name. But now I'm hanging low and looking for someone to blame. So
I'm not gonna lose myself. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight. Not gonna lose myself.
I'm using the Tenco wet vacuum. I have talked about this. I use it in almost every video. It's just an easy way to vacuum and mop at the same time. The vacuum I just recently got, Tenco sent me that, so I enjoy it. I like the suction of it, and this is the mop that I use. So my daughters thought that it was so funny. Whenever I like mop everything up, they think it's so funny to like run through everything and then leave their little footprints everywhere. So I'm not gonna lie, they ran through it, slipped a couple of times, fake cried, and then laughed about it. But this is the last of the cleaning up and mopping all the floors before I go on a little adventure and figure out what fall decorations I have, and I'll also show you kind of what I picked up this year.
I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight. Not gonna lose myself. And I wanna know, yeah, I wanna know. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I could make it, if I tried to drive the red lights, I could just stay the same or be winning the game. I'll be standing high and I'll win the fight.
So welcome to my unseen junk room. This is actually my office area, but because there's so much junk in there, I moved my office over to the dining room. So I'm not going to be decorating my dining room because that turned into my kind of home office, but I did pick up a lot of new stuff this year. Mostly from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Amazon. This is going to be my first year to kind of like go more all out with fall. I typically don't. I just have one box in the attic that I need to find that has all of my fall decorations. And then for Christmas, I do go all out. Like before I even started YouTube, Christmas is my like all out holiday. Fall is starting. I'm starting to get there. So after getting some inspiration this year, I saw this idea to make like this fall, I keep saying fall, I mean leaf display over the fireplace mantle. So those long like leaves I got from Amazon. I ordered like 3 packs of those, and I originally didn't plan on making like this mantle display. I planned on just putting them in vases, but I kind of got inspired to play around a little bit, so I decided to make this fireplace, I guess you could call it, display.
Take me for granted, and will you knock me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you knock me down? Before I'm too invested, you should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings.
This is actually really simple to make. You can dress it up as much and make it, a lot fuller, or you can make it, smaller if needed. So, I mean, I just use the leaves. If I wanted to like make it a lot fuller, I would probably get more leaves and fill in the holes. But these are just like small picks I got from Hobby Lobby, 40% off. And I just kind of like dressed it a little bit. And in person, this looks amazing. It looks good on camera, but I feel like in person, it just really, really pops. And it just is like the focal point of the whole living room. So after I finished the living room mantle, then the next day is actually when I'm going to be pulling out everything I bought, which is in that room. And I'm doing a couple super, super simple DIY projects, just because I do like doing DIY as long as it's simple, right? And then I'm also going to be going in the attic and seeing what I have from last year. So I used to go all natural. Like my house is very neutral tones. So this is another year where I'm actually adding a lot of color. And typically I buy the real pumpkins, so like the mini pumpkins, and spray paint those. I used to spray paint them silver, gold, and then add glitter to them. But it's so early that they're not selling the little pumpkins yet. So whenever I got all the fall decor, the pumpkins are just not out yet. So I ended up buying these white pumpkins from Amazon. They sell them at Hobby Lobby too. I just ended up getting them from Amazon, and I had some extra gold paint, and I'm just going to kind of go with like a burnt orange rustic gold theme this year.
Made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Looking back on how I used to be.
I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just buy gold pumpkins? So I did buy gold pumpkins. So these are like the gold. They're kind of like farmhousey, rustic gold. But I didn't like the stems of them. So I'm still keeping like the white feel to them, but I'm spray painting the tops so that the stems become gold and like the top of the pumpkin becomes gold.
Looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every
Now that I'm waiting for those pumpkins to dry, I'm going to start pulling out some more decor. One of the biggest things with decorating that I think is the least expensive that makes like a really big display is all of the floral. So I did buy like a lot of stems and floral. I probably spent way too much money on decor this year. So what I did was lay everything out, and now I am headed up to the attic to see if I can find the box with all of our fall decorations.
even when my teardrops start to dry, and even when the sun begins to shine again. I've taken all the advice there is, and none of it has helped.
Well, surprise, our attic is not that organized. Eventually that will be a big project, but I am on a mission to find the box with our fall decor. It's only like 100+ degrees up here, but don't worry, I'll survive. So I ended up finding it. Luckily, it was kind of on top, and now I am going to figure out how to get it down the attic. The smart thing to do would be to wait for Chris to come home so he could get it for me, but that would be too easy, and I'm ready to decorate now. So I somehow figure it out.
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder.
So I'm taking everything out, and as you can see, I really don't have much. And on the side of the box, I'm killing a spider. I'm like, man, I'm gonna open this box and there's gonna be stuff flying out of here. But luckily it was just that. So I have a lot of fall stuff to work with this year. Some stuff I like, the wreaths I made those. I used to make wreaths. I used to like getting creative and doing DIY stuff. I still do. I just don't always have the time. So I have ideas to put each decoration and kind of an idea of how I want to decorate it, but I also kind of play around with it and just see what looks good.
What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants? And it's midnight, oh, I'm thinking about him.
One quick thing that I wanted to point out is that don't feel like you have to go above and beyond or decorate excessively or anything like that if it doesn't feel right to you. At the end of the day, these are just things that can bring on a feeling. For me personally, I am home all day, so I like being in this environment. It feels different, it feels new. It's seasonal, so it's temporary, so I enjoy having all of this. But you can get the same effect just by like lighting a fall scented candle or having some type of, essential oil smell. So there's different ways to bring on that feeling, and not necessarily just by buying things. And like I said, I don't want to sound contradictory because this year I did buy a lot of things. But like I said, my reasons may be different from yours. I'm home, working from home a lot more than I ever have in my entire life. My kids are getting older and they are understanding the seasons and loving the changes in the house. I'm challenging my creative skills and seeing how creative I can get. And it all just makes me feel good. So definitely stick to your gut and do what feels right to you.
'Cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. He doesn't know my name.
Everything from this table is from Hobby Lobby, aside from the fake leaves and those yellow stems. I have way more wreaths than I can store because either I make new wreaths or I buy new wreaths. And these wreaths I got from Amazon for springtime. And I had debated whether or not to get different wreaths. But what I decided was that since they're like plain and green, then I could just add these stems or these picks, whatever you want to call them, to my existing wreath, and then I can just switch them out. So I can turn them into like a fall wreath without having to actually buy a new one and then figure out where to store it. I bought these checkered black and white bows, and my intent was, if you have ever heard of like the Mackenzie Childs decor, it's pretty expensive, and my whole idea was that I was going to add a little bit of like black and white pumpkins, a little bit of plaid throughout the house. And I even bought paint to make like black and white, kind of like those Mackenzie Child pumpkin dupes. But I did not get around to it. And I actually didn't buy anything else that was black and white. So maybe when I get the real pumpkins, when those start coming in the stores, then I could probably do some more projects where I can paint the pumpkins like black and white, and then it could match in with that black and white plaid. But right now it may look a little bit off, I guess because my idea just didn't like fully come through the way that I wanted it to, but I still like the way that it turned out.
You bring heartbeats back to a broken heart again, again.
I received in my September fall box from Simply Earth Essential Oil. I will admit I really wasn't big in essential oils. I really didn't know what you're supposed to do with them. And I honestly just like think that some of them are really, really expensive. I didn't get started with essential oils until Simply Earth reached out. And the reason why I did agree into this partnership with them is because their mission is something that I truly believe in. Like, they support local farms, and two, they're really affordable. They give 13% of their proceeds back to helping end human trafficking. And as a beginner, just like learning whether or not I want to like essential oils or not, their subscription boxes are super easy to follow. So they have 6 different recipes with each box, and you can do like so much with them. I've done a lot of home remedies, like in the last few videos I've made, like homemade toilet bowl cleaner. This is a fall autumn diffuser blend that I just mixed together. The recipe is right on the card, and it tells you exactly what to mix. And it's actually been really helpful, and I've really entered the scary world of essential oils, and I'm actually beginning to really like them. My mom just recently purchased her first box. So if you've been a little bit on the fence and don't want to spend a whole lot of money, their subscription boxes are only $39, and it's like over $140 value. If you use my discount code, which is Michelle O'Malley Free, then you get a $40 gift card to basically purchase your second box for free. And the link is in the description box below.
And I remember when you kissed me, I felt the taste of your lipstick, even the breath.
The little pumpkin sign is new. I got it at HomeGoods. It was $25. I probably overpaid for it, but I thought it was really cute. And the little wooden box with the flowers, those are from Michael's, both of them. So I just used like a 20% discount coupon for the little planter box, and then bought 2 stems and bent them and just kind of created that little planter. The next couple of things I already had. I think I probably got that from HomeGoods one year. I typically put real pumpkins instead of candles on those, so I am probably going to wait until I can purchase some of those real pumpkins, the mini ones. I ordered these pillowcases from Amazon, and I was going to buy pillows, and then these are like size 18 by 18, and I think my pillow is like a 12 by 12 or maybe it's a 14 by 14. And instead of buying new pillows, I was like, well, maybe these like small pillows will fit in, and they ended up fitting perfectly, which I was glad, because I don't have any more room to store any more pillows either.
Even the breath of your lip jeans, I can still see it all. We ran on top of buildings, just like
The next thing I wanted to kind of complete the couch was like a rust colored blanket, and I saw this blanket on Amazon, and the problem is that the reviews were really, really hit or miss. So this is actually another day when the blanket actually came in. It's really, really soft, and I love the color. It actually looks really good, but the reviews were that if you wash it, that it came apart. So I have not washed it yet. I'm too scared that it may come apart, but I'll probably try and hand wash it. I know that's not ideal, but that's just something to note. This tray I got from Hobby Lobby, and also the little stems I got from Hobby Lobby as well. And I'm just going to try and make a cute little, I don't know, pumpkin concoction, and just keep it simple right on our island.
just like a scene from a movie, living our life on the edge, and we'd never trip and fall, never trip and fall. We'd never trip and fall.
So remember those pumpkins that I spray painted? So I'm using a mix of the all gold ones that I spray painted, as well as like the ones that look a little white and gold distressed.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe. But if
I guess it has been a while since I've dusted this entryway table off, but I like to get creative with the lanterns. I kind of put them away spring and summertime, but for fall and Christmas, I like to fill them with whatever that seasonal decor is. So some of the larger pumpkins that I spray painted, I ended up putting in those lanterns, and then usually during Christmas time is when I will fill those up with like fake snow and Christmas trees. This tray is what I usually have on our island, and I put like candles or whatever decoration I have there. Usually it's like a vase with flowers. So I ended up moving that to the entryway, and these long fall leaves, I had them from last year because I made an outdoor wreath last year. I think I threw that wreath away. I cannot find it anywhere. But I'm using the remaining pumpkins and making like a little pumpkin collage here. But once the pumpkins like come in season and they start actually selling them in the stores, then I can do a little something on our, I wouldn't say we have like a front porch, but we have like our front door area. I will probably just do a little bit out there as well. So I have these like twinkle lights that are battery operated that I kept in these lanterns. One side worked and one side didn't. So I ended up later on, you'll see, I took them out of the lantern and then I kind of put them in the kitchen, which I love them over there more. So this is a wreath that I made 3 years ago. I remember being pregnant with Sailor, and it was 1 week before I had her. I wanted to have something to come home to in the fall, so I made this wreath and I put it on the top of our mirror, and it's just really meaningful. I couldn't tell you how I made it 3 years later. I'd have to go back and watch another YouTube video or something, but just being thankful and blessed is just something that I like to be reminded of. So I like having it kind of as a standout right in our living room. Make sure you stick around for the next couple of minutes because I'll give you like a full tour of all of the decor. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and then head over to Julianne's channel because I don't want you to miss her newest video.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. 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 All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again.
Now I'm going to move on to the front porch, and I couldn't decide if I was going to go ahead and decorate it for fall. this season or not. We do have like a smaller front porch that needs to be cleaned off and picked up. Last year I did decorate it. We got some pumpkins and stuff. So very last minute I went and decorated it and then added it in this video. So the first thing I did was go ahead and wash that checkered mat before, and then got rid of just moved the other black mat. And then I'm kind of cleaning out these windows. We have that railing in between, so I've never really cleaned it out before. So that's what I'm doing here. And before we get started, and then this evening is actually when I decided we're gonna go get pumpkins. We're going to decorate it. I'm going to add it to this week's video. And it was like 7:30 at night and the garden store closed at 8. So we were like in the car rushing to the garden store, and the girls got to pick out a couple pumpkins. And now I'm really glad that we ended up doing it, because every time they come home, they're like, that's my pumpkin that I picked out. So it's a lot of fun, and it turned out looking really great. So I got the checkered mat washed. I think I got that from Hobby Lobby last year. And then that hay pumpkin mat I got from a place here in Texas called Buc-ee's. The hay, I either got that from Hobby Lobby or maybe the garden store last year. And then these are some of the specialty pumpkins that we picked out at the garden store that night before. Now I'm just moving all of the pumpkins around and positioning them just to see where they will all look good. I'm adding this cute little sign. It's a Hocus Pocus sign, and it says, I smell children, and I just thought that it worked perfectly for our house. And then last year I actually made this wreath, and it's in my fall decorate video from 2020. I show like the DIY of how to make this wreath, and that's the one from last year. We got these fall colored mums, and I asked Chris if we could take the existing plants out of the pots, and it's kind of sad because they like really took off and bloomed. But what he's going to do is just place them in a different pot or just replant them somewhere. He'll think of something because he's good at all of that. And then I asked him to put in the mums into this pot. So these are kind of smaller ones, but the ones at the garden store, they will completely bloom out and become a lot bigger. So the girls are always watching and always helping. So Sailor has on her little gloves, and she's helping pour the dirt. That way we can get these plants planted. I'm so glad that we decided to do this last minute, because I think that it turned out super simple and super cute. Up from my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Yeah. Pumpkin pie, campfires, fall festivals, and cozy sweaters are some of my favorite things about fall. How about y'all? Let me know in the comments below. Whether you have already decorated or are still prepping to decorate like me, hopefully this video will give you some ideas that you can incorporate in your home when decorating for fall. Don't mind the mess in the attic, that is a project for another day, but right now I'm trying to dig through our attic and find all of the fall decor, bring it out, and see what I have to work with this year. So in today's video, once I find everything I need and that I'm looking for, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a fall haul, show you what I already had, where I got it, what I got this year, as well as how I'm decorating this year, and also bringing in some clips of how I decorated it and used it last year, because I did change a few things up this year. If you're new here, I hope that I can make a good enough impression on you to where you'll stick around and subscribe. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 3, 4 years and under, and I also have a 6-week-old. So here on my channel, you can find lots of cleaning motivation, as well as seasonal decor and some home makeover projects. Motivation can come and go, so my goal is to always inspire you to try something new or to give you the mindset to do what it is that you want to. And if you've been here before, it's always a pleasure welcoming you back. But let's go ahead and get started, and because it is still 95 degrees outside and probably even hotter in this attic, I'm going to try to hurry up, grab what I need, and get down as fast as possible.
I don't like being on my own. I could use someone to hold, and I've been trying to fill the void, but my bed is getting cold, 'cause I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore. You said you had to go away just to figure out who you are, and I'm in this empty house with your pictures on my wall, but I don't have you, I don't have us, at least not anymore.
Now that I have everything down, I'm going to start going through some of the boxes and seeing what I have. The majority of my decorations are from Hobby Lobby, Amazon, Michaels, or Home Goods. In the US, I would say those are probably the most common and reasonable places to find seasonal home decor. I picked up a few extra things this year, including these pillow covers. Instead of buying a ton of different decorative seasonal pillows, I found that you can just buy the pillowcase covers, and then you don't have to store a bunch of pillows that take up a ton of space. Now these ended up being a little bit too orange, so I didn't use them, but I probably am going to use them for Halloween decor. This is going to be one of the very first years I'm decorating for Halloween, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that one. I picked up these other vases from Target. They're from the Magnolia Heart and Hand collection, and then I also picked up a couple things from Crate and Barrel and Pottery Barn. So this beautiful vase is from Crate and Barrel, and I had planned on putting this on our kitchen island. I had a few other things from there for Halloween, but the next thing that I picked up was this beautiful garland from Pottery Barn. It came with a matching wreath, but I ended up not getting the wreath because I have a ton of wreaths that I'm going to put up in a later video. But this one I had the idea to put it on one of my console tables, and I loved the colors. I thought it was elegant and well made. So that is another thing that I ended up picking up this year. So I'm going to lay out everything on the dining room area and then kind of dig in and see some of the decorations that I already have. So this big bin is something that I had last year. I purchased a lot of this stuff last year, and I don't know if I'm planning on using everything this year, but definitely a lot of the stuff. So that sign I got from Home Goods. This is the famous autumn sign. I see it everywhere. It's from Hobby Lobby. And then a lot of the floral decors are from, the big orange leaves are from Amazon. And then a lot of the other stuff is from Hobby Lobby. I'll pull that out and start working with it once I kind of get to the area where I want to put it. So that is a little Minnie Mouse. I think I got that at a store called At Home. And then next I'm going to pull out some of the other stuff. So again, lots of little floral arrangements. Those fall pillowcases are both from Amazon, and they came in a pack of 4, but I only used those 2 last year, and I probably am going to only use those 2 this year as well. Here are the other 2 pillowcases that it came with. I think last year I was trying to do more of a black and white, like checkered pumpkin theme, but this year I'm not going to do that. And also a quick tip is, I think I mentioned this before, but getting the pillowcases instead of the full-on pillows really helps save space when you're trying to put things away. But that seems to be my biggest dilemma whenever I buy new things. Whenever it's time to take everything down, I'm like, okay, where am I going to put all this stuff? And then that's how my attic turns out the way it is. But here in this box is where I have a lot of my pumpkins. Those gold pumpkins, half of them I spray painted gold. I bought them white on Amazon, and I also bought the gold and white textured ones on Amazon. And then I thought I was going to do a lot of white with gold, but I ended up not liking the white pumpkins and then ended up just spray painting them all gold. So here's everything that I got out that I plan on using. Most of this stuff I'm going to try and work around and see how I want to decorate this year, and then whatever doesn't get used, then I'll just put back in the boxes. So I'll go ahead and do a quick fall haul here on some of the things I didn't mention before. This blanket here is from Amazon. Some of the reviews said that it kind of fell apart a little bit, which I can see that there are some pieces that pulled apart, but I really like the color and it goes well with the living room area. Those pillowcases I've mentioned before too as well. They came in a pack of 4, but I tend to only use the other 2. I'm not using the black and white. Maybe if I do a Halloween theme, I can change it up and add those, incorporate those as well. The vase you guys saw earlier as well, that's from Crate and Barrel. The garland is from Pottery Barn, which you guys saw me unbox that earlier, and the vases are from the Heart and Hand collection at Target. The 2 gold buckets are from Michael's, and I plan on putting some floral arrangements in there. And then this little fall bouquet I use in the kitchen area. This little pumpkin I pulled out. I was going to put on the couch, but it didn't look great. So I ended up not using that. But these purple floral arrangements I plan to put in those white vases, and those I got at Target. The pumpkins right there that look like wood, wicker, or whatever are from Hobby Lobby, and they light up. And then this candle I found shopping at like this boutique place. It smelled so good, and it's like carved in wood. But it's from a small shop called Kathy's Country Candles with a K, and it's the pumpkin caramel crunch scent, and it smells so good. The next thing over here, these are all the stuff that I already had. Those orange pumpkins are from Hobby Lobby. I used them in an arrangement last year, which I'll show you. And also these leaves, all of the bigger leaves are from Amazon. I got, I think, 2 packs of those, as well as those yellow leaves. And then all of the rest of the leaves are just from Hobby Lobby. And then again, this famous sign is from Hobby Lobby. And then all of the pumpkins are from Amazon, and some of them that are kind of distressed looking I bought that way. And then the ones that are solid gold, I spray painted all of those. So I have somewhat of an idea what I'm going to do in each area, but I'm going to go ahead and get started and then see how everything ends up turning out.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride.
So because our ceilings are so tall in the living room, for the fireplace area, I like something on the sides that add lots of height. So I thought that these 2 things were perfect. I was a little nervous that it would be too much white, but I really like just how it's simple and the way it turned out. So this is what I did last year. I created a garland effect across the fireplace with the Amazon leaves that I got. I also purchased some additional stuff from Hobby Lobby and created like this beautiful fall garland. I ended up not doing that this year because I wanted to keep it more simple, but this is probably one of my favorites that I did last year. So this is also very simple and elegant to make, but you'll see where I ended up using all of this stuff in the front entryway. So moving on to that area, you can see how I decorated this space. So right when you walk in our home, on the left side, there is a console table with this beautiful black vase, and this is where I decided to use all of that decor.
It's what we do.
I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared.
Next, I'm going to use these smaller 2 gold buckets and put those yellow floral arrangements in there. If you can't tell, I really like flower arrangements, but when you have like a wider top and you don't have as many flowers, I guess, or stems, it tends to just flop to one side. So I got that little foam thing from Hobby Lobby, and then you can just stick the flowers or the stems in there, and that way it'll keep them sticking straight and upright instead of always just flopping to one side. So I just used some of the golden orange pumpkins, and instead of making like a long garland, I just made somewhat of like a pumpkin patch in this area. Now this color orange, black, and gold will all look great if you are going to add Halloween decor to it. So you don't have to like take down all this stuff. I feel like you can just add some simple Halloween touches in there and it will all still go with the theme. Now in this big lantern, last year I put pumpkins in here as well as like the little fairy lights, but since I used the pumpkins in that kind of what I called a pumpkin patch area, then I'm just going to take these fall colored daisies and fill up the whole lantern with that. I'm going to place this lantern on the bottom of the console table. So instead of just having it like a simple pumpkin like I had last year before or a candle, this color really makes this lantern pop.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday.
What I did last year was I bought this little bucket from Michael's. The flowers are from Michael's as well, and I just put it next to the sign in the kitchen. So this famous autumn sign from Hobby Lobby, I'm going to put on the bottom of the console table, and then that is where I'm going to put the lantern. And see what I mean by having the extra color there? It ties in with the top area. And this is how the entryway table turned out.
Tomorrow, let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire?
Since I mentioned everything I used from the entryway table, I used on the mantle last year. So what I did last year for this entryway table is, as I mentioned before, I ended up spray painting all of the pumpkins, and then I just made kind of a simple pumpkin patch, and then the lanterns I added some fairy lights and some pumpkins in there. So I love the way that it turned out this year. So when you walk a little bit further into our house, kind of across from the kitchen, we have another console table that I'm going to clean up and then use the long garland that I got from Pottery Barn to fix up this area. You can tell here that it's not long enough for this console table. So what I did was I added a couple picks that I used in my arrangement on the fireplace last year and added them to the end, so you can't really tell that it's not a part of the original garland arrangement. These pumpkins I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm laughing because I decorated this whole area and then one of them doesn't work, which I was really bummed about because they look really good because they're lit up, they light up, and one of them is lit up and then the other one doesn't work. So anyway, I'm just going to keep them there. I got the clear vases from like World Market a little while ago, and then those long picks there that I put in those vases are from Hobby Lobby. The candles and candle holders are from Amazon, and I've had them there before, so I'm just adding it to this decor. But they'd also look good for Halloween. So I could just get some like orange candles and theme up this area if I'm adding some Halloween decor here. So here's the outcome. I went to turn the lights on and there's my one lit up pumpkin. It would look really good if I added some fairy lights in there. I didn't have any, but as I'm looking back now, I can see how like adding a couple lights really like glams up the area. So just some additional ideas if you're looking for them.
All about the good vibes.
These green wreaths on these doors next to our console table have been up since spring, and I'm just adding some fall picks in here to make it more themed. From spring until now is when I just change out the theme. So like for 4th of July, I'll add like red, white, and blue ribbons. In spring, I'll add a couple spring colors just to match whatever I'm putting on that console table.
You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take.
Here's how I decorated it from last year. So yeah, I added some of the checkers. Both of my pumpkins worked, and I also added the sign right there. Those yellow flowers are what I used on my entryway console table, and then I kept those clear vases the same.
My world on fire. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you. I don't know what it is you do.
So after I did my decor haul, I ended up picking up like 2 more things, and one of them was this tray from Target. It was the Heart and Hand collection, and it was $29.99. I thought I could also use it for Christmas time, so that's one of the reasons why I got it. And I also wanted to put my pretty vase directly on the tray and then decorate around the tray. So these floral arrangements I got from Hobby Lobby. I wanted something that would be long enough to fit in the vase and also like make a statement since it's in the center of the island. If they are a little bit tall, you can just bend the ends of them. And then the good thing about that is that you can make them different heights if you need them. So you don't have to add too many. You can always just spread out the ends to make the arrangement look fuller.
Would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am.
I used to put a lot of things in a mirrored tray, but it would get so dusty. So that's why I kind of like this wood tray from Target, and I'm just adding the fall leaves. Those leaves I got in a pack from Amazon, and then some of those pumpkins I spray painted. That candle I'm going to put right there. The scent smells super good, and that's what I kind of told y'all about earlier. Here's how the island turned out. I wanted just one simple thing because our island is a catch-all. Usually it's a lot messier than this, so just having one simple thing will make it look less cluttered. Last year I made a little arrangement on this tiered tray and again kept it super simple and put it in the middle of the island. If you have small kids, you know that sometimes decor can be difficult on like smaller tables like the coffee table. So I just add this little candle tray. I did this last year as well. Just one piece with 3 pumpkins. The girls still get those pumpkins and pull them off, but it's not something that can like be breakable or anything like that, and can be moved easily. So these are the pillow cases that I showed you guys earlier. And like I said, instead of getting pillows, I'm just grabbing one of the pillows that's already on the couch and I'm stuffing the pillowcase with that pillow. The orange pumpkin cases that I purchased this year did not go good with the living room, like with the color of the throw blanket I had. It was a little too bright of an orange and I wanted more of like a warm color orange. So I may use that for Halloween decor. Like I said, this is my first year decorating for Halloween. So I'm going to see how, what all I come up with and what I can get and how I can make the area. So the last thing that I got was this sign. Well, I got this sign last year and I kind of showed y'all earlier that I put it in the kitchen last year. So this year I'm just going to add it to the fireplace because I feel like it was a little too simple and I just needed something there. These tall, like I think they're called pampas grass flowers I saw at Hobby Lobby. I did make one trip to Hobby Lobby, kind of at the very end of filming this video, and I saw these and I was like, those would look good on my 2 vases next to the TV. So I'll go ahead and start the home tour. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Be sure you're subscribed for more upcoming videos.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the 2 of us, and we can stay up